Welcome to the Art of Conversation. It's your girl Alicia C. And we out here recording live. Yo. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Good afternoon. I hope you're feeling well this Wednesday. I hope you're taking care of yourselves this Wednesday. The word for today's episode is patience. According to Oxford, patience is the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset. Woo! Boy. It's something we can all relate to. Patience. How hard it is to be patient. Gosh. Patience is a person's ability to wait on something or wait something out or endure something tedious without getting riled up. Man, is that difficult, depending on the situation, right? It takes a lot of patience to deal with other people. Yes, it takes patience to deal with children. And most importantly, it takes a lot of patience to deal with yourself, which is why most people avoid dealing with themselves. According to W0rds, having patience means you can remain calm even when you've been waiting forever, or dealing with something painstakingly slow, or trying to teach someone how to do something and they just don't get it. Shout out to my teachers out there who have to teach. You have some students that just get it. And then you have some that needs a few more tries. And then you have some who it's really difficult for them to catch on or understand. It takes patience. You have to be patient with them. You have to show compassion. How about children? Potty training and all that good stuff, and how to tie your shoes and this and that. You know, you're teaching a human being. They're going to mess up. Teaching them how to read, how to spell. You got to have patience. And some adults, and I say adults because I can't always call them parents. You know, anyone can have a kid if they have the ability to, but it takes a special type of person with patience to deal with children, other people's children, your own children. It involves acceptance and tolerance, and is usually easier to have when there's something in it for you at the end. That could be a goal you've been slowly working to achieve, or just lowering your blood pressure. You know, being impatient brings a lot of stress. It increases your blood pressure. You're stressing. In terms of mental health, having patience helps your overall well-being. You experience fewer negative emotions. With patience, you're better equipped to deal with stressful and challenging moments in life. But on the other hand, being impatient causes stress, and chronic stress has detrimental effects on physical well-being. Your physical and mental health grows when you practice patience. Patience is key. Patience is a virtue. You may find that you'll experience less headaches, acne breakouts, and ulcers when you're more patient. Patient people may also experience good health. Do we ever stop to take note of how we respond to patience versus impatience? Again, you know, for me, it's one of the most difficult tasks that a person can accomplish, but it's so necessary. And we can all relate to this, you know? Easy said than done. That's one of those situations right there. Easy said than done. Oh, just be patient. I wish it was that easy. And that's the thing about it. The stuff that's more difficult is really the things that brings betterment to our lives. So challenging, but it's so necessary. It's beneficial. How often are we forced to have patience in everything? in life overall. It's something that we have to, it's a core value. It's something that we have to do. Some people don't. Some people won't. But sometimes, not sometimes, all the time. All the time. And, you know, the funny thing about having patience is it's across the board. In everything that we do, we have to have patience. Like, there's no cheat sheet. Like, we can't beat around it. We can't. It's either you have it or you don't. Or you at least try to work on it. Otherwise, you're going to live a very stressful life filled with anxiety, and you're going to be a ticking time bomb. Maybe you're standing in line and there's a senior citizen at the register, and they're, you know, taking more time than normal. You know, they pour out their coins on the counter. They're taking their time with the cashier counting it. You're in a rush and you're standing on this line. How many times have we been in stores and we've seen people, what's taking so long? Come on. Where's the rest of workers? Only one cashier? Patience, lad. It can be annoying sometimes. Sometimes you are pressed for time. And in a previous episode, I did mention that, you know, everything in life happens for a reason, even the setbacks. Whenever I get held up or delayed, and it happens to the best of us, we might get a little ticked off, like, damn, I'm still standing here like 10, 15 minutes, like, what's going on? And you tiptoe and look ahead like, hey, what's the hold up? But, you know, there's levels to it. After a while, I'm like, hey, if I'm running late, then I'm running late. I'll get there when I get there, because you never know. There's a reason why I ended up in this line, and there's a reason why this person was ahead of me and they're taking forever. Maybe I'm getting slowed up for a reason, to avoid something. Sometimes you got to think about things like that. You could be rushing. Oh, rush, rush, rush. Maybe you were meant to be in that line to slow you down. What are you in a rush for? And you rush, you get out, and then look, God forbid, you end up in an accident. God forbid, you missed your bus. You did this, you did that. You're rushing. And, you know, it's funny because I always say this on the road, because people have road rage like no other. And it's actually quite scary. But, you know, the few times you cross the street and it's your light and you have that one driver that has no patience at all, and they just, phew, and you're just standing there like you have to jump back, and you're just looking at them like, it's my light. Like, you just ran the light, you ran a stop sign just to be in a rush, just for you to still wait for the next red light. You might as well have just waited. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. What are some other examples? Again, maybe you're running late for work, right? And you get out just in time. You make it out the door just in perfect timing. But then, boom, you run into traffic. You want to get to work on time. You start speeding. Oh, now you pulled over. You know, sometimes, you know, it's hit or miss, because sometimes you can definitely do that and you get away with it and you actually do get to work on time. Very, very slim chances. But then there's those few times that it's like, oh, gotcha. You pulled over. Now you're going to be later than you would have been had you just take your time and just dealt with the traffic. Now you're speeding, you get pulled over. Now you got a ticket and you're late. Maybe you speed and you end up in an accident. Maybe you speed and there's so much traffic, you miss your exit. 1,000 things can happen when you could have just been patient and then you would have gotten there. You don't know, you might have gotten there on time. This is just a little traffic. It could have lightened up. Or maybe you're waiting for an approval on a house. And you want this house. This is your dream house. It's taken too long. Months. What's taking so long? And instead of having patience for the house you truly want, you go somewhere else and you get a house because it It's a faster turnaround time, and boom, you get the house. But there's plumbing issues. It's in a bad neighborhood. It's not what you really wanted, but it was the quickest option. Now you got to go back to square one, right? Waste money, go get the house you actually wanted. You know, 1,000 chances, even with relationships. Maybe your partner is annoying and have some, bad habits or tendencies that you guys got to work on. Maybe your communication skills are not good, etc., etc. Or maybe you're the one who's more difficult to deal with. And the person needs to have patience. The person sees the potential in you, but now with patience, you have to use your discernment, especially in terms of relationships, because you don't want to sit here and wait forever for someone to treat you right and change, and they never do. Then you look like a fool. But you use your discernment. Marriages. You both grow up in different households, so you have different ways of doing things. But this is the person you love, and it's a healthy relationship. So you compromise and you have patience with each other. Teach the person what you want them to do. Teach the person. You grow together. Some people don't have patience. I want this right now. If you can't give it to me, I'm going to step out and find someone who can do it, but still have you there. How often we hear and see that? Patience. Can you identify a time or times that you lacked patience? And what was your response or actions as a result of your impatience? Did it work out for you? Did you eventually say to yourself, damn, I should have just waited? Oh, that's a dagger to the heart, ain't it? Nothing feels worse than, had I just waited and had a little more patience, then this, now you have all of this, Not having patience will force you to make impulsive decisions and actions that can bring consequences to you later on in life. Ouch. The University of Berkeley provides us with the following 4 reasons we should cultivate patience. The first one, patient people enjoy better mental health. This finding is probably easy to believe if you call to mind the stereotypical impatient person. Face red, head steaming. 2, patient people are better friends and neighbors. 3, patience helps us achieve our goals. 4, patience is linked to good health. I gotta back up to number 3. Patience helps us achieve our goals. Oh man, how true is this? Whether it's school, career, a business, etc. And that's why some people are unsuccessful, because they don't have the faith or the patience to wait for the results. It has to be now. And we're all human. Sometimes we want what we want when we want it, and we don't want to wait and hear anything other than it's here. Listen, we're all guilty of it in some shape or form. Patience. Maybe you work and go to school, but you want to finish school so you can get your certification or take your state board, etc., etc. There's something at the end of that, but it requires your patience. If you're working and you have to work full-time and you can't go to school full-time, guess what? Maybe you go part-time. Maybe you take 1 class a semester. It'll take you longer. You have to have the patience to get through that extra year or 2 of school, but you will achieve your goals. Business, you're not going to be making money right off the jump. There's process, there's patience, there's belief, there's hard work. There's going to be trial and errors. Do you just say, screw this? Or do you stick with and have patience with it? I always like to think about the story of the 3 little pigs, and how, those other pigs, they hurry up and made the house. One of straw, one, what was it? Straw, I forgot what the other one was. I know the last one was out of bricks. Straw, and is it hay? Hay and straw? I can't even remember. But the first two houses blew down because they were in a rush to hurry up and build. Like, oh, what you're doing is taking too long. And they hurry up and build their houses, and then huff and puff, and blow your house down. All the two houses got blown down. There was no substance, no foundation. They were in a rush to build it and didn't think. But that one pig took its time and laid brick, and that was the strongest one. Yeah, it took him pretty long, took a long time, but look at the end result. The strongest one that couldn't be blown down. You hear about people saying, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire one day, or I'm going to play for the NBA one day, or I'm going to be president one day. And you know, everybody else, naysayers, oh no, you're out of your mind. That could never happen for you. That's not going to happen. Give up. And you know, within years, still nothing, but they're still trying. Or how about those people who try to pitch an invention or something and they keep getting turned down, but they keep going back and fixing and tweaking it and having patience because they believe in it so much. Oh, give it up. Come on. Nobody's gonna. And then it just takes that one opportunity. Whoa. Had you quit sooner and had impatience, would it have been of value? Would you have reached your goal if you believed what everyone else said or told you? Or if you didn't have patience to wait for the results and the right opportunity. We see it across the board at all times. Maybe there's some bad habits you have, and it's difficult for you to break out of them. You take it one day at a time. Maybe you write some things down, you journal. Each day you work on it to break yourself out of the habit. It requires patience. You got to be patient with yourself. Sometimes it's not another person. Maybe you're the issue. Being able to reevaluate and be patient with yourself. Knowing your triggers. Evaluating how you respond to things. If you know you get angry easily, what are some things that you can do to ease yourself, to reset yourself, to prevent yourself from escalating too fast? What is it about this word, this place, this person, this action that gets you so riled up? What can you do? What is going to not cause you to rile up? Figure that thing out and work on it. It's going to take time. You can't just, oh, this is it, and then the next day it's just, that's it. No, it takes time. Repetition. You have to have patience. Patience is quiet hope and trust that things will work out. It'll turn out right. You wait without complaining. It's not always easy, but it is necessary to your process and overall health. So be patient and be well this Wednesday. Be safe, y'all. Stay prayed, and peace out.